Through its light, all those engaged in it bestow with divine providence, for upper light and inconceivable abundance are secreted in the secrets of the Torah. Since it extends from there, that composition is called the Book of Zohar, for it flows from that radiance.
קטע מספר 3 מתוך אדיר במרום.
Excerpt number 3 from Adil Bamarom. Rashbi composed the Book of Zohar according to the illumination that reached him when he was being corrected in the cave. It is a great and awesome composition that reveals the depths of the secrets with great clarity of the Torah itself, and it is called the revelation of the inner meaning of the Torah. Excerpt number 4 from Adil Bamarom. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai would reveal the secrets of the Torah while the friends listened to his voice and participated with him in this composition. And each was contributing his portion, as was done in the Mishnah by the Tanaim, when our holy Rabbi compiled all of them in the book of Mishnah. This is what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai wanted, for all the utterances of his yeshiva students to be compiled into a book, to be a commentary about the Torah. Since all the compositions speak about particular matters, about the Zohar is written about the whole Torah. It is called the Great Gate to the whole of the Torah. And Rabbi Shimon commanded Rabbi Abba to write and arrange all the things spoken of by the sages in the yeshiva, whenever and wherever they were, and to arrange everything according to the order of the Torah.
קטע מספר 5 מתוך בעל הסולם מאמר לסיום הזוהר. רשב"י ודורו
Excerpt number 5 from Baal HaSulam for the completion of the Book of Zohar. Rashbi and his generation, the authors of the Zohar, were granted all 125 degrees in completeness, even those prior to the days of the Messiah. It was said about him and his disciples, a sage is preferable to a prophet. Hence, we often find in the Zohar that there will be none like the generation of Rashbi until the generation of the Messiah King. This is why his composition made such a great impact in the world, since the secrets of the Torah in it occupy the level of all 125 degrees.
קטע מספר 6 מתוך זוהר לעם.
Exit number 6 from Zohar to all. The wisdom that one should know and to observe the secret of his master, to know himself, to know who he is, how he was created, where he comes from, and where he is going, how the body is corrected, and how he will be judged by the King of all. To know and to observe the secret of the soul. What is the soul within him? Where does it come from? And why does it come into this body, which is a foul job that is here today and in the grave tomorrow? To know the world one is in, and for what will the world be corrected, to gaze upon the sublime secrets of the upper world, and to know one's master, and one sees all that within the secrets of the Torah.
קטע מספר 7 מתוך ערכו מבוא לשער ההקדמות.
Exit number 7. From the introduction to Sha'ar HaKdamot. The Creator has no contentment in His world except when we engage in this wisdom. Moreover, man was not created except to study the wisdom of Kabbalah.
קטע מספר 8
Exit number 8.
לימוד הזוהר הוא תיקון גדול.
The study of the Zohar is a great correction to enlighten the soul and sanctify it.
קטע מספר 9 מתוך
Exit
הרמ"ק.
number 9 from the Ramak, Or Yakal. When engaging in this composition, the power of the souls and of Moses are awakened. For when they engage in it, they renew the renewed light, which was renewed at the time of its composition. And the divine shines and illuminates with that light as in the beginning of its renewal then. And all who engage in it return and awaken that same benefit and that previous light which Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his friends revealed at the time of its composition. Exit number 10. From the banner over the camp of Ephraim. The language of the Zohar is a remedy for the soul, even if one does not understand anything it says. It is similar to a person who enters a perfume store, even though he did not take anything. In any case, he has absorbed the good smell. Exit number 11 from Rabbi Tzvi Hirsch. Listen to me, my brothers and friends, the friends who yearn for and seek the honest truth of the service of the heart, to view the pleasantness of the Creator, and to visit His hall. My soul will bow down and adhere to the book of Zohar, for we know from the words of our predecessors of the remedy of engaging in the holy book. Please close your cell phones. We'll open with Zohar for all, Vaikra, article Behold, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord, item 200. We will continue with quiet preparation.
השיעור מבוסס על סדרת ספרי זוהר לעם.
Lesson is based on the Zohar for all books. You can download them at cab.tv or order them by telephone at 1-700-509-209. Hello, we are reading from Zohar for All, from item 200 on Vaikra. You can follow at cab.tv where you can ask questions there too. Rav, day by day, we study the Zohar, we listen to the Zohar, we read it, we listen to it, and we need to receive it in that way, that every day we get a portion of Zohar, and one by one it grows into a large collection, where we will reveal the whole force of the Zohar, and then we will be able to be equivalent to the authors of the Zohar. Behold, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord. Item 200. Bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord. This is a praise for all those with faith. Who are those with faith? They are the ones who engage in Torah and know how to unite the holy name properly. And the praise of those with faith is that they stand at midnight to engage in Torah and adhere to the assembly of Israel, Malchut, to praise the Creator with words of Torah. 201. When one rises at midnight to engage in Torah at northern wind, a northern wind, meaning illumination of the left, awakens at midnight, which is the deer and Malchut, and stands and praises the Creator, Zeranpin. And when she stands, several thousands and several tens of thousands stand with her in their existence, and they all begin to praise the Holy King. 202. The Creator listens to he who was rewarded and rose at midnight to engage in Torah. It is written, "You who dwell in the gardens, friends, listen to your voice. Let me hear it." And all that multitude above, and those who praise their Master in song, keep silent for the praises of those who engage in Torah. They declare and say, "Bless the Lord, all servants of the Lord." In other words, you who engage in Torah, bless the Torah. You praise the Holy King. You crown the King. 203. And the deer, Malchut, is crowned in that man. She rises before the king and says, "See in what sun I have come to you, in what sun I have awakened toward you, and who are those that all their merit is before the king? It is they who stand in the house of the Creator in the nights. They are the ones who are called servants of the Creator. They are the ones who are worthy of blessing the king and whose blessing is a blessing. As it is written, lift up your hands to the sanctuary and bless the Lord, you who merit the Holy King being blessed by you. The blessing through you is a blessing." Questions? What, already?
Yes, Rav. How can people have actually attained in Atzilut?
That's their problem. That's the way it is. There's their roots and branches. They can attain up to Baal Tikkun and relate it in the way of the roots and branches in Dalma. We have no idea what they're talking about, but they're words. We read the words according to how we read words, and we believe that these words are talking about the upper system, about the whole reality, that are telling us about how this system exists, how it stands, how it's operated, and we're in it, and we need to operate it too, and we're being operated by it, and from that we want to be part of it, to get ourselves acquainted with it, and in that way it influences us. And other than that, we don't need to know anything else. How did these great people wrote it? I don't know anything from it. Not even that question. I don't even understand. Barely even to give an answer. And that's where the different worlds come from. And to know the connection between them. And then to know how to express what's attained. If we're not attaining it, and we don't know the language, and we don't know how to express it, we don't know anything, even. We're just listening to it. We hear that this exists. So please, continue. Lift up your hands to the sanctuary. 204. The sanctuary is a high place, Chokhmah, from which the stream of the deep river, Bina, emerges. As it is written, and the river came out of the Eden to water. The river is Bina, and Eden is the upper sanctuary. For this reason, lift up your hands to the sanctuary. He should raise his hands to Chokhmah, and receive abundance of holiness from there. And one who does that, and is rewarded with it, it is declared about him, the Lord bless you out of Zion. You will be blessed. You will bless the Creator from a place called the Upper Sanctuary, and He will bless you from a place called Zion. Thus, you and the Queen will be blessed together. 205. As man's bonding with Malchut is to praise the King together, from that place where the assembly of Israel is blessed out of Zion, her Yesod, from that very place will He provide the blessings for you. It is written about that. The Lord bless you out of Zion, and see the good of Jerusalem. The good of Jerusalem are those blessings that come out to the Malchut from the King, through the holy degree of Tzaddik, righteous, Yesod de Zeranpin. As it is written, the Lord bless you out of Zion, and see the good of Jerusalem. 206. And see your children's children. Peace be upon Israel. Upon Israel, since that man increases peace above, for he has been so rewarded. He increases peace above and below, peace on the ordinary Israel, the Israel below, and peace which is the praise of the upper and lower, the praise of all the worlds. And words of Torah increase peace in the world. As it is written, the Lord will give strength to His people. The Lord will bless His people with peace. If a soul should sin. Item 207. If a soul should sin, it is written, until the day breathes and the shadows flee away. People should be careful with their sins, so they will not sin before their master, since a herald goes out daily and calls upon the world, the people of the world. Awaken your hearts before the Holy King. Awaken to be careful with your sins. Awaken the Holy Soul that He has placed within you from the place of the Upper Holy One. Item 208. When the Creator brings out the soul to lower her into people, He cautions her to keep His commandments with several promises and several punishments. Moreover, He takes her through 1,008 worlds to entertain and to observe the glory of those who engage in Torah in them. She stands before the King in adorned garments in the form of this world. With the high adorned garments, she looks at the King's glory daily, and He crowns her with several crowns. 209. When it is time to go down to the world, she makes her abode in the Garden of Eden for 30 days, to see the glory of the righteous Master. And then she rises to her place above. Afterwards, she goes down to the world, and the Holy King crowns her with 7 crowns until she comes and enters man's body. And when she is in man's body, sins in this world, and engages in darkness, the Torah is surprised at her and says, "And what all this glory and all this perfection, the High King completed the soul, and she sins before him." If a soul should sin, what does it mean that she should sin? 210. If a soul should sin, let us return to the words, until the day breathes. This is an advice for the soul to be wary of her sin, and to return so as to be purified. Until the day breathes means until the day of this world breathes, and that harsh day comes when the King demands judgment to bring her out of this world. And the shadows flee away means that when it is one's time to leave the world, the image of man is removed from him. It is written, meaning until the day breathes, that he should leave this world, and the shadows flee away, means that the image has vanished and will return to its master. 211. While he exists, man has two images, one big and one small. As it is written, shadows in plural form, whose least is two. When they are together, man exists. This is why it is written, and the shadows flee away. And at that time, one should regard one's actions and correct them before his master, and confess to them, because the Creator is called gracious and merciful, and accepts those who repent before him. 212. This is the meaning of until the day breathes and the shadows flee away, since these shadows are removed from him, and he is chained in cuffs, meaning he is going to die. If he repents, it is repentance. Still, it is not as good as penance that he repents while he exists. King Solomon declares and says, "Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the evil days come." 213. Hence, until the day breathes, a man should correct his actions, because when his time comes to depart the world, the Creator wonders about him and says, if one should sin after he hears a public adjuration to testify, when he is a witness, whether he has seen or otherwise known, if he does not tell it, then he will bear his guilt. This is because I have sworn her in my name, with an oath that she would not lie to me, and cautioned her when she came down to the world, and he witnessed how many times I cautioned her to keep my commandments. Hence, since man is a witness when he returns before the king, whether he has seen or otherwise known, meaning he saw these iniquities he had committed and looked upon them, or knew for certain that he had broken his master's commandment. If he does not say, if he does not confess to them before his master, when he leaves the world, then he will bear his guilt. And when he bears his guilt, how will they open a door for him, and how will he rise before his master? This is why it is written, if one should sin. There's no questions? Yes. Do you know the Zohar by heart? It's not about the Zohar. I see that you're with...
And not on the Zohar.
I'm asking you about the Zohar. You need to buy it? There are many here available. It's not written that you have to read just in your own book. In any place you can go and take a book and you can study from it. It's open to anyone. Okay, so ask, let's just say.
Rav, I see that you are smiling. How do you see that the Creator is good and benevolent?
First of all, I hear what the great people who have attained him say, that he's good and benevolent. They tell us that all of our evil is from our nature, from our desire to receive, from our ego. So if my ego, I'm able to, in some way, to lower it so it won't talk to me, to minimize it, to do it so it's not determining what I'm doing and what I'm feeling, that I will use it in order to progress. Above all transgressions, I need love, and the ego, I need it, but I need to be the one in control of it, and I'm happy. And I'll have a desire and I'll have the ability to study and to teach. That's the way it is. It's not simple. It requires a lot of nerves, a lot of consistency. Persistence. And there's a lot of different methods, but there's no other way. That this is what they've paved before me, and that's the way I have to do it. Without my ego jumping out like a child that's not getting what he wants. And like a spoiled child. What more can you do?
I don't know. I'm asking you. There are people in this world that I really just want to do evil, bad to them.
So?
But I just want to justify him.
I'm not even relating to what the people are doing. Why are you relating to the people? You heard and you read once that there's none else besides him. It's the Creator disturbing.
How do I justify him?
And that slowly, gradually, to educate yourself to see that the Creator is the one operating, and He's doing it on purpose so that you'll lower your pride and you'll understand why He's doing this to you. And you'll tell Him thank you afterwards. There's nothing. There's no saboteur in the world other than your evil inclination. And that's what you see in all of these saboteurs that you see in the world. If they're thieves or liars or rapists, or I don't know what they're doing. It's just it's the example, the projection of your evil inclination. Just imagine what kind of evil is inside you. Look at the world. Oh my. These 7 billion people. And like this and that. 5 million, rough estimate is 5 billion evildoers. And all of them are you. You. So what are you so emotional about it? Excited about it. You've come to a place where you can correct yourself. And then you'll see the world as good.
Why should I...
Until you can't suffer it any longer. And then you'll ask from the Creator that He'll correct you. Not that you're able to correct, you're nothing. You just have to feel. You just have to request, and until you request, He's going to try and keep breaking you. So He breaks you gradually, a few more years, then a few more years, until you say, that's enough. I'm happy to die now. You really feel like you're ready to die, just to exit this evil. And then He does it for you.
And it's not that's in my ego, it's just to go through this?
So after you correct it,
will that request actually work?
when you come to a true request, there's a request. After the true request, there's a correction, and it won't come back. The evil will not come back. When to get there, there's a lot of time. It'll take a lot of time. That's what all of our life has been given for. The whole life. For what are we living? We spoke about it. What's the meaning in life? Why are we living? In order to see that just to get rid of the evil. And how? By being able to ask from the Creator and have a true request. And in order to do that, it's when you're really willing for anything, just to get rid of it. And that's why patience. Piece by piece, it becomes a great collection. And that's why you have to be patient. And I'll tell you that in my past I was a lot worse than you.
Continue. 214. כל זאת בעטנו ולא שכחנוך.
214. All this came upon us, yet we have not forgotten you, neither have we faults to your covenants. It should have said, all those came upon us, and not all this came upon us, which is in female form in Hebrew. However, all the dinim above that are included in this came upon us, because this is the Malchut, which contains all the dinim above. This is why he said this in female form. Yet we have not forgotten you, means we did not forget the words of your law. However, anyone who forgets the words of Torah and does not wish to engage in it, it is as though he forgets the Creator, since the whole Torah is the name of the Creator.
215. We did not lie in your covenant, because anyone who lies in the sign of this holy covenant that is written in him, it is though he lies in the name of the king, since the king's name is written in man in the circumcision. Another text indicates to that verse when it writes, if we had forgotten the name of our God, or spread forth our hands to a strange God. If we had forgotten the name of our God, is as it is written, yet we have not forgotten you. The words, or spread forth our hands to a strange God, are as it is written, neither we false to your covenant. It is all one thing. And what is the lie here? It is that he spreads his hands to a strange God and lies in the sign of the covenant. This is why the Torah is the covenant. And anyone who keeps this covenant, it is as though he keeps the whole Torah. And one who lies in this, it is as though he lies in the whole of the Torah. 216. Before Abraham was circumcised, it was not said that he kept the Torah. Once he was circumcised, it was written, because Abraham obeyed me and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. When he was circumcised, a holy imprint was imprinted in him, which kept him properly and described him virtue as though he had kept the whole Torah. It is also written of Isaac, that my covenant will I establish with Isaac, and this is why the Torah is called covenant. 217. Because Joseph kept this covenant and did not wish to lie in it, he was rewarded with honor in this world and honor in the next world. Moreover, the Creator placed his name in him. As it is written, he appointed it in Yosef for a testimony, adding the name of Kevav to Yosef.